I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I'm inviting you to this my live broadcast. I'll be so glad if you can tune in right now. Today, a ray of hope brightened my heart. My heart had been filled with darkness over time because of the last elections in Nigeria. And I made up my mind not to comment on anything in Nigeria. In fact, I switched off my mind. I don't listen to Nigerian television stations because you only see depressing comments, depressing news items. But this morning, as I was going through Facebook, I saw the good news, very good news, of Hilda Baci breaking the world record of cooking for 4 days continuously, different meals. And I saw Nigerians of all persuasions and different tribes coming to celebrate her and encourage her. But different ideas were crossing my mind. I will start by what my father told me when I was much younger. He told me, go away from your people, go very far. Don't stay close to your people. Go very far. And I went to school in the University of Ibadan. From there, I went to Aba for National Youth Service. I stayed there for 15 years before coming back home eventually. I found out that when you stay around your people and you want to excel, your greatest critics, your greatest obstructionists will be from your close family members and your close associates. They have this crab mentality. They will not want you to be better than them. And so I was so glad to have stayed in the East, stayed in school in the West, and today, most of those who celebrate me on social media are not members of my immediate congregation or immediate vicinity. They are people from outside. You must live like an eagle. Don't live like a chicken. An eagle has binocular vision and sees very far. An eagle creates a territorial hunting space of 7 miles by 5 miles. That is 35 square miles of hunting space. An eagle builds the nest high up in the mountain, high up in the trees. You must set your vision, your ambition, and your heart very high up beyond the trees where local vultures might not contend with you or chickens might not contend with you. I was just imagining the hypocrisy of Nigerians. They all gathered there and they were urging her on. Very good. Assuming she was contesting with fellow Nigerians, maybe Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, or different tribes, we will have brought tribalism into the competition. But she was competing in the international arena far beyond chickens. Far beyond chickens. She was far competing with an Indian and at the same time competing with herself. She was competing with herself. What I have found in life is that don't struggle with chickens. Don't struggle with your brothers and your sisters in your locality. If your anointing must make mark, let it be beyond your denomination. Set your mind on the nations. Archbishop Denson Idahosa set his mind on the nations. He had the greatest challenges among his own people, the court cases, the criticism, the assassination attempts, whereby people close to him. But he was celebrated globally. Osimhen, if Osimhen was playing for Bendel Insurance, most likely he would have broken his feet by now. He would have been a non-entity. But in the global arena, they are celebrating him. Tiwa Savage, somebody released her sex tapes. Local chickens released her sex tapes. But the new king of England still called her to come and sing during his coronation. They will not have allowed her sing in the coronation of maybe a traditional ruler in the state she comes from. They will have said that she has been seen naked. Her nakedness must have been exposed. I've seen Hilda Baci with bikini, seen her with exposing dresses. The international arena did not care about that. They were more interested in her strength and her boldness to challenge the status quo. Now, let me shock you. Nigerians are very hypocritical. We celebrated the election of Barack Obama, that he was a good orator and he became the American president. We were happy that an African became, somebody of African extraction, became president in the United States. If Barack Obama were to contest elections in Nigeria or Kenya, and his mother was a Kenyan and the father was an American, Odinga, Ruto, and Kenyatta will have said that it is his mother that is from Kenya. They will not have allowed him to contest the elections. Same thing will have happened in Nigeria. We will have brought tribalism. Assuming it was INEC that was conducting that competition, the Guinness Book of Records competition, or what will I say, attempt to break the records that Hilda Baci had won, natives there will have said that she should go to Akwa Ibom to do it. But because she was not contesting against chickens, she was not contesting against local fowls, she was contesting against fellow eagles in the international arena. Nobody brought rivalry up, tribal, ethnic, and religious rivalry up. I don't play competitive sports. I compete against myself, and I always have my mind beyond my denomination, beyond my congregation, and I focus it on my generation. When I was coming up in ministry newly, my greatest critics were members of my denomination. One of them said he dreamt that I was a bad man. Today, the world celebrates me as a good person. He is late now. Oh, they said all kinds of things. When I came to Ughelli, my greatest critics were local pastors. They called me to come and preach somewhere. After preaching, they held a meeting that they should not invite me to their churches. But people outside the country and people outside the state and my tribe were inviting me. Learn to avoid chickens. They eat on the floor. Eagles hunt for living animals. They take risks. They see a long distance and they accelerate towards it. Sometimes they grab weights bigger than themselves. Chickens always eat things smaller than themselves. Eagles carry live things. Learn as much as possible to accept challenges that are bigger than what your eyes can immediately focus on, what your legs can immediately scratch. There is more competition among chickens on the ground level than with eagles in the sky. Eagles soar. They fly against the storm. I don't compete with local people. I don't take counsel from, I hardly listen to their criticisms. My mind is always focused somewhere far beyond Urobo, far beyond Ughelli, far beyond Nigeria. That's why very early I wanted my children to be global citizens. They will not come here to contest with my brothers and my sisters for land. Focus your mind very far. One of the reasons I stopped practicing medicine was that when I was in the general hospital, I saw chicken doctors continue to contest among themselves for patients. Boy, when I saw them, I told myself, these are not the kind of people I want to be. That's why I told myself, I will practice medicine for some time and I will stop. I don't compete against any person. I only compete against myself because I am my greatest enemy. I am my greatest enemy. I always have tried to put in the best into my life that you cannot discriminate against me by tribe. You cannot. You cannot discriminate against me by tribe. When I go to preach in some places, I'm the only Urobo man in the banner. But within my locality here, some individuals will not even invite me to speak in such platforms. Excuse me. So try as much as possible to raise your children, to raise yourself far ahead of the chickens around you. Assuming it was Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman, that was doing this competition, he will have switched off the light. He will say that the server serving electricity, the transformer serving electricity to that venue went off. And the person to on the generator will run away. That's how wicked we are. But we know how to celebrate what other people organize very well. The Guinness company and the people in charge of Guinness Book of Records organize this competition very well. There are no tricks, there are no mago-mago, and the results were obvious, and you could see the joy and the celebration irrespective of tribe and religion. When will we get to that in Nigeria, that things are done fairly, things are done, competitions are done in such a way that only the best wins, and the rules are, you stick to the rules. Nigerians know how to bend the rules to fit those that we want to win. That's how we select our national teams, and that's why we have not done well in football. We want to put people into positions to play because of the tribes they come from and because of whether they bribe somebody or not. Hilda won, clearly broke the record because she was competing against herself, not chickens. Chickens, oh, there are too many chickens around people, and you must avoid them. All of them, the people who rigged the elections, the people who said some people were not from Lagos State, the people who said some people were not this, were not that, some people were this and that, all of them came there now supporting a system that works. These same wicked people also travel overseas for treatment in hospitals that work. They, like me, send their children to universities that work. They go and rest in countries that work. What kind of wickedness do we have in this country? Hypocritical wickedness. Oh, one senior advocate I know will have come up to find a reason why that girl did not win. And they will tell her to go to court. We didn't have any court case here now. We didn't have any court case. One lousy senior advocate will have come out with one constitutional, one amendment, one thing, that she was seeing one thing, she wore bikini before now. We are crazy people who don't like progress. We will go and stand with our children overseas and take pictures with them when they graduate. But here in Nigeria, we are ready to prevent somebody who is not from the tribe where the university is located from getting a first class. But in Europe, they allow our children to get first class. My son made a first class. My son scored 96 over 100 in his master's degree program, and the university gave him 2 certificates. His brother is working in a company in Europe, and they've given him 2 awards for being the fastest learner. They don't care whether he's not a European. They don't care whether he is a Nigerian. Can we, what, I don't know if when Satan fell, if he fell in Nigeria. I don't know whether it's when Satan fell, he came with all the demons to Nigeria, then distributed a few to other countries. Very wicked leadership. Very discriminatory, stupid people. No, some people will have said that they are area boys and cordoned off that place and said that that competition must not hold. But see, when things are done justly and fairly, see the joy. I was weeping this morning. An old man, I shed tears. Because for some months now, I could see a ray of hope. I could see how things are done decently. I could see the spirit of Nigeria. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. They all came from all over the country, supporting her. Look, I nearly lost hope in this country, but I saw this young lady today. I was so happy. Now, her prefix is MS, not Miss, not Mrs. I don't know whether she had a failed marriage. That is not important. Church people will have said that she had a failed marriage, she cannot compete. They will have brought their doctrinal things here. Listen, somebody can fail in marriage and do very well in something else. Don't judge people by their marriages. Don't judge people by their children. Don't judge people by their mistakes. Judge people by what is left in them. You don't understand their pain. You don't understand their history. You don't understand the background they are coming from. Celebrate what is still left in them. And I want to tell you, those of you who are listening to me, don't let any man put you down according to his or her standard. Dr. Apoki, your dressing, you need to improve on your dressing. This is what I have. I will wear it. What I'm saying does not come with color of clothes. Dr. Apoki, the quality of your video, I don't give a hoot. I will improve on it, but what have you contributed to make it better? That's the problem. Critics, they will always want to put somebody down who is coming up. Don't let any man put you down. She didn't win the 100 meters hurdles like Amusa. She didn't win the 100 meters hurdles like is it Amosun, that young lady. But she won in cooking. She won in cooking. Whether you like it or not, cooking is a difficult thing. I don't know how to cook. I think I've eaten in her mother's restaurant in Abuja, the Calabar Port. Yes, I ate there sometime. Today she's going to be a global celebrity. Listen, don't complain about this country. Live beyond this country. People like us, we are just tired of the country and their attitude. I live beyond this country. I preached in a church, just maybe 5,000 or 3,000 people were there. But that video has had close to 90,000 views. There were more than those who were there. Forget those in your locality. Forget the chickens, man. Think like an eagle. Think like an eagle. Forget what has gone wrong in your life. Think like an eagle. I will tell you this story and then I will end this live broadcast. Thank you so much, Maxwell Ogo, my dear brother. Victor Green, I thank you. Memories here, thank you. And thank you for congratulating that wonderful lady. An eagle teaches the children how to fly by letting them fall from the nest. If not, they will be too comfortable in the nest. And then as they are falling down the mountain top, she will dive down and spread her wings and carry them up. So in one of such test flights, an eaglet fell mistakenly. And a farmer picked it up, a chicken farmer. You can read that story from Stories from Africa by John Agre. Somebody gave me that book in South Africa. And so the farmer took the eaglet and trained it with chickens, free-range chickens. Trained it with chickens. Stanley Brendo trained it with chickens. And the eagle got used to, the eaglet grew up, was bigger than the chickens, grew up eating with chickens. Chickens will do crop. It will do crop. They will use their feet to scratch the ground. But the talons, Malova Nelson, thank you so much, from Kenya, beautiful Kenya. The talons of an eagle are not designed to scratch the ground. Sometimes you can be in the wrong place with chickens, and you will not produce the kind of results you are supposed to produce. They will make mockery of you. And so the talons, Hilda didn't make a first class in her university, I don't know. She was not the best graduating student. But today she has become a world champion. You can find a place, a segment of life where you can progress. Where the referees are not your parents, the umpires are not your local wicked chickens. Local kokoroko, wicked kokoroko mentality. Okuko mentality. So, the eagle was there, surviving with chickens. Then one day, a zoologist came and saw the eagle. He said, "This is an eagle." The farmer said, "Yes, it's an eagle, but I've trained it to be a chicken." Wow, Nigeria trains you to be a chicken. Oh, go to court. Oh, withdraw your case. Oh, settle for what has happened. Oh, we are trained to be stupid. Trained to be chickens. Hey, are you correcting me? Policeman parks you. Sir, this is not supposed to. Are you talking to me like that? You are not supposed to check my phone. Who told you that? Go and call the IG. We are from school. We are trained to be chickens. Trained to be chickens. And when this chicken mentality settles, oh, a child should not eat sardine, he will be a thief. Oh, a child should not eat egg, he will be a thief. Chicken mentality. Chicken. Kokoroko mentality. You must de-chickenize your brain. In fact, the second name for Nigeria is Chicken Republic. Oh, Gunigwe. Chicken Republic. Chicken Republic. And so I've trained it to be a chicken. The man said, this eagle still has the heart of an eagle. There is a Nigerian heart. There is a Nigerian spirit. You can't put us down. You remember when we played against Russia? 4-0. Years back, I was at Aba. I was going to Nkwangwa. And gradually, He's a miracle working God. He's a miracle working God. And then we scored 1, we scored 2, we scored 3, we scored 4. And there was penalty shootout and we won. That's the spirit of Nigeria. That's the Nigerian spirit. You cannot be chickenized. We are eagles. That's the symbol in our coat of arms. We are eagles. And then he said, he still has the heart of an eagle. I want somebody to tell himself, I still have the heart of an eagle. No matter what has happened in this country, I still have the heart of an eagle. Chickens cannot press me down. And then the man took the chicken, the eagle, and took it to the top of the roof of the house. Chickens are used to heights. Learn to locate yourself where your potentials and everything is adapted and designed for. Don't adapt to the chicken level. You are forced to church, politics, religion, all kinds of people want to press you to be like chicken, including your wife, your children, those employing you. What is it, man? And the man took it to the roof. He said, eagle, you were born to be an eagle, not a chicken. You still have the heart of an eagle. You can still fly. You are not supposed to eat with chickens. I want you to say, I'm not supposed to eat with chickens. You are not supposed to eat with chickens. You were born to soar. You were not born to walk on the ground with chickens. And the eagle shook and shook and shook and saw the chickens eating and jumped down and ate with them. One of the things you must know, hate this Nigerian chicken food. Senior special assistant to a semi-illiterate politician. Senior special assistant to, I want to be I want to be president of the president's senate. Chicken, you want to go and eat our chicken food, not so? Your mates are doing well globally. President of Senate, local government chairman. When look at your deputy Senate president, jailed like a chicken in the UK, jailed like a chicken in the UK, because they could not open a good hospital where kidney transplants can be done. There are a lot of my classmates that do different forms of transplants. And then we destroy the system. We are running to go and do kidney transplant for our daughters overseas. You see, the heart of an eagle reject. Boy, there are so many things I don't tolerate. So many things. I'm an intellectual militant. Very violent in the spirit. So you want to hold me down with chicken mentality. You want to hold me down with chicken attitude. I went to preach I went to give a lecture in the Delta State University, Abraka, during their convocation. They told me it was going to be 9:45. I got there by 9:45. They were not there. Vice Chancellor, they were not there. Only some few officials. They said that the lecture, that the VC was coming, the thing would start by 12. By 12, I saw VC coming in with mobile policemen and all that. I'm older than you, VC. I left university before you, VC. I went to UI, VC. I sat down calmly. As I wanted to speak, somebody brought paper for me, 45 minutes. I said, Madam, I think it's the registrar. I said, Madam, we will address that issue. As I spoke a little bit, she brought paper again. I told her, Madam, please, don't come and disturb me here. I came here before you people. I waited for you people. You are coming to disturb me now when I'm speaking. Do you know how much they pay me to speak for 1 hour? When I told her that I earned how much they pay me, she opened her mouth. I'm sure she doesn't end that. And then I rebuked her, don't trouble me again. Until finally I finished speaking and then gave her the paper. I told them, don't invite me again. Don't invite me. They want to feed you like a chicken. You want to speak in the convocation. So that because you want to speak each chicken convocation speech, you will lose your self-respect. I told them, people like you, an alumni association, organize a meeting. You can't keep to time. How when you become INEC chairman? How will you keep to time? That's why you go and rig election for somebody whose certificate we can't find. I can't eat chicken food because of peanuts you are going to pay me. I vomited their chicken food and spoke my mind to them and left the hall. The VC was looking for me and all that. That's the way. Don't settle down for the chicken food in Nigeria. Don't settle down for it. This is how we do it. This is how we bury. This is how we do that. No. I have a right to choose the kind of food I will eat. I have it. I have the right. You can't put me into your mold of stupidity. People say I'm aggressive. People say I'm brash. People say I'm angry. I'm angry. So, this chicken food, oh, this is how you are supposed to be. This is how you are supposed to do. In fact, in many of our churches, you can't reason for yourself. You are not supposed to reason for yourself. They just feed you with their doctrines and their dogma. If you dare to reason for yourself, you are a rebel, and they will post you to a village. Chicken food. No person posts me, I post myself. I choose where I preach. Very early in life, learn to be independent. And the man carried the chicken again. He said, I can still make this chicken fly. It still has the heart of an eagle. Did I know there was cooking competition? Did I know there was marathon cooking competition? Hilda saw beyond fine, you get yash, you get breast, you get fine face, you be wife material, and you sabi cook, you be wife material. She saw beyond wife material. She saw a global record to be broken. When you just concentrate on only marriage, having children, having boyfriend, relationship, dorime, and loud, and cocaine, and banana, and gegemu, that is chicken food. Chicken food. When she was cooking, we were not looking at her breast, we were not looking at her buttocks. Though she's a very beautiful lady, we were looking at her tenacity, her capacity, her competence, and her focus. Yes, memories. They don't need to agree with me, and I don't want to agree with them. I fight with them. I fight with them. The maximum they can do to me is to kill me. I fight with them. I don't want people to agree with me. I fight with the oppressors. And so, carry the eagle to the mountain top. And when he stayed in the mountain top, and he said, and you are an eagle. You can still fly. You can still fly. You have the heart of an eagle. Eagle fly. And the eagle looked at the mountain. And the rays of the sun in the mountain, the inspiration, the illumination, the Holy Spirit passed through the eyelids. You see, an eagle has two nictitating membranes that cover the eyes. Apart when it is flying and there is storm, it covers its eyes with a translucent and then a translucent membrane and flies. When you want to shoot an eagle, it flies towards the sun. The sun will blind you, but the nictitating membrane that covers the eyelid will be flying towards the sun. Fly towards the sun. Fly towards illumination. Fly towards excellence. Fly towards sustainability. Fly, man. Don't stay with chickens. Dare to do some things that your mates are not thinking about. And then the eagle shook, and then it soared. And there is a cry of an eagle. Woo! Instead of the chicken voice of crow, 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 crow. Crow, 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 crow. We are getting too used to crying. We are getting too used to the chicken, crow, 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 crow. The judiciary, crow, 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 crow. The military, crow, 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 crow. The police, crow, 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 crow. Will they agree? Crow, crow. Boy! Eagles don't eat dead meat. Vultures eat dead meat. Oil money that you people are struggling for is dead meat. The whole oil money in Nigeria, dirty oil money, according to my brother from America, a medical doctor, dirty oil money is not up to the budget of New York State, of only about 20 million people. Dirty oil money, that's what they are fighting for. Dirty oil money, that's what they are fighting for. That's what they are borrowing and putting us in debt. You can refuse to be part of the system and do well and excel. And the eagle soared and flew away, left the man who trained him as a chicken. Oh, Dr. Apoki, when you leave now, we won't see you to preach in our churches again. Am I your slave? Keep preaching in your churches. What have your churches done for me? You give me stupid offerings and you say, may the Lord go with me as if I came with Satan. You won't even call me whether I got home. I am born to be a global citizen, not to eat with chickens. I only will speak to you when I have time. God compel me. No. I usually tell them, I will be there by so time. If by that time you are not set, I will enter my car and go back. Somebody was to get married. I was the guest preacher. I told him I will be there by 10 o'clock because I have other things I'm doing. By 10 o'clock, the wife had not come. I preached and left them. They joined them after I left. Me waste my time for you. No. I don't have that time. I have a far distance I'm going to. I have so many mountains to conquer. and the eagle soared. Woo! Somebody, you are about to leave that territory of chickens where you have been trapped, eating chicken food. You are about to break free. You are about to release your potentials. You are about to soar to heights and meet your contemporaries. When I said in 2020 that it was my year of globalization, somebody called me. Won't people think you are very proud? I said, the pride is my own. Is it your pride? It's my pride. The globalization, is it your own? It's my globalization. Is it your life? It is my life. It is my life. I went to preach in one bank then, opposite the market at Warri. They just wore their coats. They thought they were doing me a privilege coming to speak to them early in the morning on the first working day of the year. I told them, I will not come here again. I will not come here again because I will be too busy facing the world that I will not come here again. They were shocked. They would just give me maybe 50,000 naira with new notes. I never seen new notes before. That's chicken food. They want you to get addicted. If you are working in a company, they give you luxury car, they give you air conditioning, they pay you one salary, make you live. Sponsored luxury is chicken food. Sponsored luxury is chicken food. The earlier you free yourself from chicken food, the better for you. The earlier you free yourself from chicken food. And so, when the eagle came back, woo, all the chickens ran away. I imagine Hilda going to Uyo. Imagine the sirens, imagine the crowd, imagine the dancers. That's how to come back as an eagle. That's how to come back as an eagle, man. It's not pride, it's not ambition. It is desire to make the best out of your life. Assuming she had a failed marriage. Now the husband sabi. The person that exposed the tapes of this lady that went to sing at Tiwa Savage. Now he got the shame. Now he got the shame. You don't see King of England before. You don't go England before. You don't sing for them before. You went to show her sex tape. So what? Mumu. You be mumu. Face your life. Stop pulling people down. Mumu. And the eagle soared. Do you know the same people that laughed at me, called me fake in-law, called me stupidness, when they see me on TV, see me online, oh, my big in-law. Now so it be. One more story and I'm done. At Government College, usually David Ejo of blessed memory. Then he was a major general, I think. No, governor of the Midwestern region. He came for an anniversary at Government College, usually with siren. Excuse me. And a young student saw him and said, I am going to come back to this school with siren one day. I will come back to this school with siren one day. Oh, you know, foolish classmates, all those chickens around. Who dash monkey banana? It just said that they come with siren anyhow. You know, chickens are very cynical. And it's a chicken's fear. You know, when an eagle is romancing with the wife, it's in the sky. You'll see them somersaulting. Hey, let witch not come and see us romancing. Not witch. You fear witches too much. Illiterate witches. Witch not oppress me. Now me they oppress them. Because madman they fear transformer. You don't make foolish comment here. The witches from my area are postgraduate witches. not your local witches. I have postgraduate witches. But madman, they fear transformers. Go and see the shrine in my compound. Go and see at Otokutu. Go and see the shrine at Efronto. Madman, they fear transformer. And so, this young man joined the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, and he became Chief of Naval Staff, and he became a member of the Armed Forces Ruling Council. And because he was a member of the Armed Forces Ruling Council, all the state governors and naval officers around the vicinity of the South were under his command. And the day he came for our anniversary, I think it was our 50th anniversary, he came with helicopter. Suddenly the tree started shaking. An helicopter landed. And Admiral Pobeni stepped out of the helicopter. And then sirens started entering government college. Woo! 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 His dream came to pass. Dream beyond your father. Dream beyond your mother. Dream beyond your bishop. Dream beyond your archbishop. You don't need to follow their way. Ejo joined the army. He joined the navy. You don't need to do what others are doing. There is a unique thing about you that is so special that no other person has it. Was Hilda's mother had a restaurant, but Hilda has gone beyond the mother. Don't live to collect house rent from your father's property. You're a stupid person. You see all these boys coming to collect house rent with unpainted buildings that are broken down, insulting people who will eventually employ you if you don't take time. It's not wrong managing your father's properties, but that's not the ambition. Grow beyond them. My father worked as a refuse collector in the health office. I became medical officer of health in the health office, not at Warri, but at Aba. I lived in the GROA, working in the general hospital where my father used to collect refuse. When they admitted him in the exquisite elite wards, and they were calling him Papa Doctor. He was no longer a refuse collector. I decided to change my family history. You too can decide to change that. Dream big dreams. Take big steps. Develop capacity. She did not just jump there to start cooking. She must have been jogging, doing training. She must have been doing a lot of exercise before she went there. You can start small, grow gradually, but put your focus beyond the chickens around you. At each level of progress, there are chickens. 10 friends will not remain friends for 10 years. 10 friends will not remain friends for 10 years. So, look up beyond them and move forward. This nation, all those hypocrites that were phoning Hilda, hypocrites, bloody hypocrites, according to Bob Marley. If you were the one running that competition, you will change the rules halfway. You will call the result at midnight. Wicked, evil people. Only God will punish you people for your wickedness, for bringing depression to the citizenry of this nation, for rigging elections, for stealing our money. You must not go unpunished. Time will punish you. God himself will also punish you for your wickedness. You are evil. I don't care whether you are my friend or not, but I am my own friend. I am my friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Charles Apoki. Follow me on Facebook and then go to my bookstore, petrapublications.com, and you can download the Mega FM application, and you will listen to me every Tuesday by 6:30 a.m. from Mega FM. And on Wednesday, 6:30 a.m., Quest FM. You can download the application, Quest TV Live. Download the application and you'll hear me speak. I remain my friend. Whether you like me or you don't like me or you will look at me, I like myself. I am the greatest fan of myself. I am my friend and maybe your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Congratulations. Congratulations to Hilda, Baci. Abasirion fio ajenimi. Abasirion fi ajenimi. Son Abasirion fi. Afoko, God bless you.